Plural delivering.
Jesse, I take it the way I've taken all this information as we've uncovered it in the Oversight Committee and Ways and Means and Judiciary. The Biden family are locked in a pay-for-play scandal. This is public corruption. Joe Biden knows about it. He's been lying to the American people for years. And the FBI and the Department of Justice at the political brass, they've been covering up for the Bidens. That's exactly what's going on here. And to make matters even worse, most media is either ignoring it or calling it a father's story of love for his son. This is a joke and it's a lie. It's a travesty for our country. But accountability must occur because Joe Biden is compromised. The family was taking money from the Chinese, the Ukrainians, the Romanians. And by the way, as far as we could tell, none of them were paying their fair share when it came to taxes. So he wants Americans to pay higher taxes, but at the same time, they're concealing the ill-gotten gains they got from overseas from the IRS and the American people.
So where does House Oversight stand right now with its investigation? You have a bunch of whistleblowers saying that this investigation by Justice was totally cooked. And are we going to get any of these bank records, any of these credit card records, this burner phone record? What do we got?
Well, even as this information has been coming out, oversight has been hard on the case, led by James Comer. We've been tracking this information down, trying to get it down. We've also been bringing people in and actually interviewing them under oath to get a full picture of what's actually occurred with Joe Biden and his son and his brother Jim. And let's not leave out Jim. I know he's not a crackhead, but Jim Biden's involved in this as well. We've been getting down to exactly what's going on, and we're going to present our case to the American people. We believe it's very compelling now, but we know how the press is and we know how the Democrats are. We want to make sure you have all the information so the American people can finally make their full decision on Joe Biden, which means, in my view, personally, he shouldn't be nowhere near the White House.
And you have an investigation going. Does the fatherhood excuse play in a type of investigation? Because everything you look at in history, the left's incentivized a lack of fathers. You know, if you look at the welfare state, if you look at the tax code that Hunter cheated, that's what they've all been about. Can all of a sudden they turn around and say this is about the love between a father and a son?
No, it's just gaslighting from the left. It's pretty typical. They're lying and they're covering up for their guy because they know if the American people knew the totality, if they actually reported the totality, if the ladies on The View actually talked about the real scandal, which is not his love for his son, the fact that his son was traveling the globe on his behalf, shaking down our adversaries and getting money in a matter of public corruption. That's what's been going on. If the American people knew this, they would be flatly disgusted, and frankly, they would be asking for him to resign as president of the United States. So, of course, the left is going to cover up for him because this entire period in our politics has all been predicated on trying to damage Donald Trump, damage Republicans, so the left could get through their Green New Deal agenda and all their other agenda items. And at the end of the day, for the left,
that right there is what I love seeing. And we need more people in the GOP like Byron Donalds, who does not take these Biden excuses for an answer, who does not take the radical left extremist media narrative for an answer, but who says we're going to get to the bottom of this, and all of them will be held accountable, Trump 2024 or sooner.